gentlemen, introducing your host from the birthplace of extreme, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at, well, an average weight for a person of his size, Sean Bell Wilbur.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Buried the Booking Podcast, Wrestling Podcast. My name is Dell. That is Devin. How are we today?
Excellent. Doing great.
Nice. So this episode is pretty self-explanatory. We had Perth situation going on early in the morning. I know that was perfect for you.
Real early.
Real early. 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Or
our
6.
time. 6.
Yeah, they're pre-shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you started very, very early. So
Yeah.
got it all the way out of the way, which is great. Had a little Crown Jewel action, so we're going to get into Crown Jewel, and then, we'll wrap up our AEW in a nutshell. So we're not here for a long time. I'm going to reverse it. We're here for a good time. So we don't get paid by the hour. We don't get paid at all. So we're just going to do the damn thing. But overall, for Crown Jewel, how did we like the event? I know you liked how early it was because you go to bed early and you wake up early, so you are clearly up for pre-show time. But how was the show as a whole for you?
As a whole, Crown Jewel was a solid B.
Okay.
Overall for a show.
For those $30 a month ESPNers, would you have recommended it for that
No.
price tag for them?
Absolutely not. No. I would not have, for a $30 price tag, nah.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, more than fair. More than fair.
This was a solid Peacock show.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yes.
I give you that. Yeah. This was. Yeah. Solid show for Peacock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of people still not used to this ESPN situation.
You ain't even got to watch it on ESPN. You can watch it on Disney.
So there you go.
Because I'm watching. I don't even.
Everything's all together. Everything is.
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't even print on that. I don't even, because I watch them on the TV. So I don't have an ESPN app on my television.
You just have the Disney.
I just got Disney.
And it just goes right there.
And I turn on Disney Plus, and it's there.
Now, see, that's funny because, and I haven't tried that because the smart TV I have in the upstairs room, it's a little weird with like what apps you get and which ones you don't. So I kind of just don't look to that for like any newer apps.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do have Disney Plus on there. So I guess I could next time try it and see if it goes that way. But
yeah, it showed right up. Like as soon as I turn on Disney Plus, I went to my account and there it was.
Okay.
Perth. And I'm like, click.
Yeah. The other TVs I have the ESPN app on there, so I just went in and just went straight to it. But I'll navigate the Disney Plus app on the other TV and see what's what. But yeah, I mean, all in all, the show was the show. Let's get into it a little bit and talk about what transpired here at Crown Jewel. We opened it with the street fight. We opened it with Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. How about this one for you?
If I don't know why we trying to push Bronson Reed this hard, but I realized, oh, you're in Australia, you're not going to lose.
I mean, and then Roman's not sticking around, so
Yeah.
what's Roman really winning this match for?
So I guess it was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. Like, it was a good, it was a good match between the two guys.
Yeah.
Was it a street fight like I'm used to?
It was a decent WWE style street fight.
Yes.
That's where we're at with it. Like,
it's not what I'm accustomed to.
You're not going to get you're not going to get the barbed wire. You're not going to get the broken glass. You're not going to get the.
It's not AEW.
No, you're not going to get the Darby Allin, John Moxley.
And they set the bar too high.
So now when you watch, it's like
I watch WWE, I'm like, oh, look at this Nerf ball life they have. So soft, so safe.
Yeah.
I watch AEW, watch a guy break his femur.
Yeah, you're throwing rugby balls as opposed to a flamethrower or
and he wasn't even throwing them hard.
No, he wasn't.
Reigns, you got the worst arm ever.
Yeah, it wasn't. That wasn't good.
Like, you embarrassed yourself on TV.
Wasn't trying to do, yeah.
You should have hit Paul Heyman in the head. And he tried, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
He had a weak arm.
But yeah, I mean, the match was what it was. Like I said, good, decent WWE style, back and forth. We got Roman clearly playing up the babyface thing. He was doing the punches in the corner, doing the, turnbuckle, running the one turnbuckle, pointing, doing the other stuff. Crowd was completely behind it. He pulled out the drive-by move, so it was like, all right, yeah, we're just running through the hits here.
Yes.
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna trash their match. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't
a match to be trashed.
Right.
So I'm like, I was like, all right, I'm completely cool with what's going on here.
Yeah, and the thing happened that we all knew was going to happen. We were going to get outside interference. We're going to get Bronson Reed. You're going to get Braun Breaker. You're going to get the Usos. This whole thing is still, a part of one of the main storylines on Monday Night Raw. So, long story short, all of those four men get interjected into this matchup. Chaos ensues. We get a miscommunication between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, where Jey goes to spear Bronson, gets Roman, puts Roman through a table, gets incapacitated, and then that gives Bronson Reed the go-ahead to hit the tsunami, pin and defeat Roman Reigns, and picks up a big win, as they're touting, Bronson Reed's biggest win of his career, something to push the vision forward, to catapult him. Oh, the tribal thief has beat the tribal chief. All this whole thing, which is fine. I mean, again, Roman ain't sticking around. Yeah, Roman's not going to be around, so you get Bronson Reed a big win. You further along the storyline between division. Of course, we got the Usos situation that's going on. After the match, you got Jimmy, Jey, Roman in the ring. Roman is pretty much reading them the riot act. Like, see, this is, this stuff I'm talking about, gotta.
It wasn't come on, it wasn't their fault.
It wasn't their fault, but he did want them to stay out of it, so he was kind of sort of blaming them, and in the nicest way possible, he's like, I love y'all, but I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought that was hilarious. But then, of course, Jey takes offense to it. Jey, of course, is the person that did F up here. but he's upset. He's like, oh, man, Roman's just gonna be him. He gonna be Roman, this and that. And Jimmy's stuck in the middle because Jimmy sees further descent of Jay and all of this, and he's just kind of stuck, like, because Roman about to disappear. So now Jimmy's
stuck
gonna
with
be
your brother.
Yeah, who's clearly going through some issues right now. So, we'll of course see how that plays out as we see every single week on Raw. I am tired of it. Like, I'm tired of the Uso back and forth with the Vision and all this. I just kind of, if we got, I kind of want the feel good, not drama Usos. Because I feel like we did the whole drama thing. We brought Jimmy over from SmackDown to Raw to reunite, only for just more problems.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you could have just, I don't know, but it's fine, I guess. Then we had the first Crown Jewel Championship match. We had the women's Crown Jewel. We saw Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Valkyrie.
Well, we saw Stephanie Valkyrie versus some other lady.
Versus some
rando.
Yeah, some blonde.
Because Tiffy wasn't there. She can't wrestle anyway. I know this. We all know this. She's not that great a wrestler.
No,
but she ain't show up for this.
I agree.
This was a highlight of how
good Stephanie is
the greatest thing out there.
I can't argue with you. I can't.
Like, we've seen it once, we saw it again. Your pretty moonsault is nothing against a corkscrew moonsault. Nothing. Because you can flip backwards. Stephanie flips and twists backwards.
She does a lot. And
that's crazy. Because that's a dangerous ass move you doing.
Yeah. and it looks oh so great.
It does.
It looks fantastic.
You got the cheeks.
We do.
Which the announcer was like, "I look away."
Oh yeah, Wade Barrett.
Look at it.
Yeah, Wade Barrett was like, "Look, you don't."
Well, it's Wade Barrett. He's a weirdo anyway. Knucklehead ass dude.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, this match was a good showcase of Stephanie Valkyrie's talent.
Yeah. What they say she's only been doing this like 14 months?
On the main roster, or
on main roster,
in WWE, I should say, from NXT, or but yeah, I mean,
long-time champion.
She's
gonna hold this belt, I guarantee, over a year.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype with Tiffany Stratton. People like Tiffany Stratton. I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm not. It doesn't move the needle either way. I don't necessarily hate her. But I
don't dislike her. Yeah, I just think she can't wrestle.
Yeah, I don't care for her in-ring ability. She's a good character.
Yeah.
But, in ring, there's still more we need to do here.
Yes.
Like sell the right leg when you get dragon screwed out of the corner. But
she got confused.
I get it. Sometimes.
No, I don't get it.
Sometimes
live TV.
Sometimes work is difficult. But, sure. But the right person won.
Yes.
We predicted this. I mean, there's really no way. Like, there is so much stock, and Stephanie Valkyrie is so popular, and you have to ride that hot hand. Okay, whatever. You're gonna sell Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton her star is not dimming. She does have an upside. We can continue to but putting her against Stephanie Valkyrie, you have to give it to Stephanie. Like, there's nothing. I didn't see a reason for Tiffany Stratton to win this match for a number of reasons. And the right person won here, so I'm way more than okay with this. Then next up we had a match between John Cena and AJ Styles. John Cena Heavy Day. We just recorded our Level Down podcast, and we did a Peacemaker season 2 review. So definitely check out the Level Down podcast for that, for some, you know, extra John Cena action. But yeah, this match was AJ Styles versus John Cena, and I'll let you start. How did you feel about this match?
It was great. Like I said, it was a tribute to wrestling.
Yes.
That's all this was. There was no, you know, AJ's retiring next year.
They had
Cena's
me
done this year.
He had me when AJ came out with his TNA gear. He had me. He had me. I was like, just.
They were hitting all types of things. You had Cena hit the Miz's Skull Crusher.
Yes, we see Skull Crusher finale.
You had Styles with the Sting Scorpion Death Drop.
They had the super kicks in there.
Yeah, you had what he pulled out the walls of Jericho. Cena pulled out the walls of Jericho.
Yeah, choke slams and
Chris Daniels Angel Wings.
Yeah.
Cena hit an RKO.
I seen a dead eye, if you want to call it that, from Hangman.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just a lot of professional wrestling moves.
You had the choke slam, you had the chin music, you had the tombstone at the end. Like, it was. This was just a fun match for these guys, I guess. Like, these look like two dudes who've been friends for forever, and were like, yo, let's just go out there and just do shit.
Yeah, and I mean, John Cena and AJ Styles always had that in-ring chemistry. You know, it's just like they've always had matches just like that. And there's, you know, it's John Cena is awesome. And he's been like, these matches that he's just been getting on his way out he's been tapping into in the ring. He's been tapping into his youth in some of these performances. It's like, yo, you could tell he's just like, he's giving it everything he's got for these last couple matches and these performances. And I gotta give like all hats off to him for those, because like these matches are awesome. You're in there with AJ Styles, so you're not gonna have a bad match at all, because AJ is, no pun intended, phenomenal at what he does. But,
and you saw all the yellow in the crowd.
Yes, that was insane.
That
was insane.
A lot of yellow.
That's an insane amount of just support and like merch. Like, just, it was a sea. It was a sea of
yes,
yellow.
They love John Cena, but hate the American anthem.
Yes. I mean,
booed.
They did.
The entire American anthem. And then when the Australian John came, you thought a superstar walked out.
Oh, yeah.
That John was rumbling.
That pop was huge.
Yes, it was.
that pop was huge. But yeah, no, man, this match was really, really, really good. Down to the you know, in the beginning where John had that written out introduction for AJ Styles and all that. It was just, it was good.
Yeah,
we seen a Sister Abigail in the match and all this other stuff. Yeah, I knew the match, again, like talking about the chemistry between Cena and AJ, like, you knew the match was going to be good. They were like, oh, you know, no storyline needed. We're just going to go out there and just do stuff, which works. Like, we know John Cena's on his way out. We know he's going to have a series of matches. I think this is kind of where it could have just been. Like, we could have just did this from the beginning of Cena's farewell tour instead of that whole I'm going to ruin wrestling heel turn thing that nobody believed. And we just
except for the little boy.
Except for that, yeah. Except for
that he may cry.
Yeah. Yeah, he claimed somebody had to catch a stray, and unfortunately, unfortunately, the young man caught one. But yeah, no, this match was great. Cena does get the win here after a great match. They embrace. you know, it was great, man. It was great. Then we got the Bray thing after. Great touch. I liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like if Bray was around, he would definitely have been one of those people on the list. You know, just based off of, you know, the WrestleMania Funhouse match that they had, and just the, you know, the history with that, because all that was, people still talk about that match. Of course, it was a cinematic match, but you know, there was layers to a lot of that. So I feel like that would have played into some of John Cena's farewell. You know, one of the farewell matches that he had, I feel like would have been with that. But yeah, no, this was great. The crowd was, again, completely into this, and like you said, that sea of yellow was insane.
It's a lot. That's a lot. I've never seen nothing like that before.
That was insane. That just goes to show you, you know, how much Cena, you know, just how much they love John Cena. But yeah, definitely fantastic. So we move on from that to, as if the crowd couldn't get any more hype, we had the tag team match between the Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Thoughts on this one?
It was cool.
Yeah,
it was a good match. I don't know where it goes from here.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're still gonna do more with this. You know, you still got Io still has ties to the Kabuki Warriors. They're still in this feud. You still got Kairi and and Asuka with that
abusive relationship.
Yeah, like that's wild. So there's a lot of stuff still happening here with that. But I did like this match.
Mm.
I enjoyed this match. All four of these women are awesome. Anyway, and of course you're not gonna go wrong with Rhea Ripley in Australia.
Yeah, those are people, literally.
Yeah, literally. And yeah, it was, of course, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley get to win. How could they not here? But yeah, no, I enjoyed this one. I think this one was a really good match. And yeah, we'll see what happens furthering this along in Raw on Monday Night Raw in the weeks to come. This gives us to our main event. Our main event and the second Crown Jewel Championship match, the men's Crown Jewel. Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Once again, I thought it was a good match between the guys. Did not care who won.
No, yeah. Although from Monday Night Raw, we didn't get into Raw. We jumped right into this, but stemming from like the things we did see on Raw with the backstage with Heyman and Rollins and everything like that, I was like, okay, it kind of, I think when we did our prediction, we were talking about Cody winning, and you know, maybe there was something where a CM Punk aspect for you know, to kind of change the direction and who was going to win here. But once we got that what happens if I lose situation in the back with Seth and Heyman, it kind of changed my mind. And I was like, okay, all right, well, Seth Rollins is winning now. Like, I just didn't feel like Seth would lose after that.
Because even when Heyman was talking to Bronson and Strowman, Bronson
Reed and Braun Breaker. Yeah, it's too many Brons.
Too many. Like, he was telling them, like, you know, hinting at the same thing. Like, I'm going to throw this party, so he better win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, he's like, what happens if he loses? And then Paul Heyman's like, well, we all know what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this has got to lead to Seth winning some way. And especially when they're like, oh, he's got to do this alone. When Paul Heyman was like, you guys aren't going to be out there, none of us are going to be out there. He's got to do this. So I was like, okay, yeah, it's like there's some scenario here where Seth Rollins is going to beat Cody Rhodes. It just felt.
And I'm waiting for this to implode. I am. I'm waiting for this to implode.
And and I think it's too soon.
I feel like
so that's why I was like, all right, Seth. I'm like, Seth is winning this because there's no way we're doing the implosion of this so soon, especially when they're tied to the implosion of the Usos right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, you're not doing two of those at once. You're not going to get a big crack in the foundation of the vision right now while the Usos are at war with the Vision, and they clearly have issues. So I'm like, all right, yeah. So I'm like, Seth Rollins is definitely going to win this somehow, some way, based off of that. And like I said, especially what I've seen on Raw with in the backstage segment with Heyman and Rollins and all that. I was like, okay, this has just swayed me to. I'm like, Seth is going to win at Crown Jewel. But the match was good.
Yeah, it wasn't. The ending was not predictable, but I'm glad it ended the way it did.
Yeah, we had to get to, like, Seth beat him without any interference, but it wasn't clean.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, well, Heyman drew up the whole thing where, there was going to be no help from Bronson and Braun. But somehow, some way, Seth is going to have to win this. So I'm like, I don't know what scenario that was going to be, but we got there. Yeah, good match, man. Like, good. The crossroads off the top was crazy.
Yes,
that was crazy. That's where I kind of had a little bit of doubt. I'm like, nah. Like, clearly, Rhodes wins an avalanche crossroads off the top. Like, that was crazy.
You had to give him something.
Yeah.
To people to talk about.
Yeah.
So you let him hit that move.
Yeah, we got a lot there. Like, just, and again, attest to the chemistry of Cody and of Seth. They always do good work.
We haven't had a solid show like this in a while.
No, just where the matches were.
Just,
they're not like, oh, well, I was there wasn't a time in the show where I was just like completely taken out of it by boredom. I wasn't.
No.
It was, there was enough interest in each match that kept me engaged. It wasn't like, oh, I could care less about this or that. Some stuff I don't care for seeing week to week on Raw or anything like that with the storylines. But the matches held my attention.
Like, I might not have cared about the outcome of some of the matches, but the matches still held my attention. Like, they were still good matches.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this match was, again, with the false finishes, with the, stuff out of the ropes, everything was just, and sometimes when you watch Cody wrestle, it's like, all right, this is your regular paint by numbers Cody match, but this one was a little different, and I like when we see that level out of Cody, and I feel like every time you get a high stakes situation, especially when he's in there with Seth, who also can push it to that. I feel like that was a good contrast, and it was a good main event. Good main event. You could have sold.
I agree with that.
You could have sold this on the main event of being AJ and John Cena, but you could have. But
yeah,
I mean, it's Crown Jewel, so you're gonna give us that at the end. But But the end, of course, Rollins came out with a little bit of Dusty Rhodes tribute with the polka dot things on the sides. He came out with Cody the watch and all that, which wound up playing into the end of this, where he picks up the watch. Cody goes to the crossroads. He bips him in the mouth with the watch. With the watch.
Down.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by that was a good ending. Like, he needed something.
Yeah. And then, you get the big stomp out of the ropes, put him down. And yeah, no, this is a good show. Seth now has the bragging rights of finally beating Cody, being the Crown Jewel champion, has, that under his belt as well. And of course, earlier on in the show, to open it, you had Bronson Reed beating Roman Reigns. So big night for the Vision. Again, I'm sure that's going to spill over into whatever's to come on Monday Night Raw.
At 8 o'clock.
In the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're still in Perth. Yeah. So you get wrestling for breakfast again. So
I'll be at work.
Yeah, I'll be
at work.
Yeah, I'm off. So, but I'll be doing things. So I'll be out and about. The boy has school, and it's our 12th year wedding anniversary tomorrow. So look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 12 years already. Yeah.
Damn, 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. Yeah. Yeah. You were there.
I was there.
But
I was.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
good
so
stuff.
Yeah, but we got wrestling for breakfast, so we'll have it there. But yeah, so that was Crown Jewel. Again, solid show, like you said. And yeah, so that gave us our half an hour mark. But we're done with that. Again, we're here for a good time, not a long time, as we said on this top of the show. But we have one important thing that we do have to do. We absolutely have to do, and that is bring you the most important thing that you'll ever get from this podcast, the greatest thing you'll ever get in the history of professional wrestling podcasts, the world-renowned, from sky to the sea, from front to back, from A side to B side, from hot side to cold side, from heads to tails, tails to heads. The greatest of all time in professional wrestling podcast segments. It is AEW in a nutshell.
All right, we're going to start off with AEW Dynamite. We start the show off with Hangman Page and Samoa Joe going face to face. No contact, though. Hangman reflects on AEW's 6 years of his journey, the last week incident with Samoa Joe, how Joe lost his temper. Page said Joe didn't get this title shot because of the outburst, but because he deserves it. However, this gratitude ends with this opportunity. Page won't let Joe win this title. Joe agrees with Page, but calls him a pretender, saying that he only became champion thanks to the help of the ops. Joe vows to choke Page out and give the world a real champion. Page ends up firing back. They go back and back a little bit, but good opener for these two guys.
Yes.
Would have wished there was a fight, though.
Yeah, we're saving it, but it's we're cutting deep with some words here, so.
We had Jon Moxley versus Ishii. Jon Moxley wins. Standard Jon Moxley beatdown.
Yeah.
Then we had backstage where the Bucks were trying to talk to Tony Khan about getting some money because they blew it all.
Yeah,
they had to sell some sneaks. They get front row tickets to see Jurassic Express fight. I didn't understand that at all, but that's later down in the show. We had a street fight, The Demand, which is Ricochet, Bishop Khan, and Toa Liona.
Sure.
Yeah, versus the Hurt Syndicate. We all know who's in the Hurt Syndicate. I actually thought this was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, no,
the street fight was pretty good.
Yes, yeah.
Hurt Syndicate gets a W. I don't know what Ricochet be doing some of the times. That's my man right now.
Being entertaining.
Very entertaining. We move into Jurassic Express versus some random people. I had no clue who these guys were. I don't even think they gave their names, but that's okay because after the match, the Young Bucks attack. They come after Jurassic Express. Mm-hmm. Then Jurassic Express comes back. It was a whole lot of back and forth, but we're just leading to the Bucks versus Jurassic Express at Wrestle Dream.
Yes.
That's all this is.
That's all. Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all we just need to get there.
We're trying to get from point A to point B.
Championship match. Kyle versus Kyle 2. So, Kyle Fletcher versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get y'all, y'all didn't know.
Kyle 1,
but Kyle Fletcher
2.
gets a W. Lance Archer comes out and adds a little after the match. You know, he tries to do something. I mean, Lance Archer's not that great. I don't care what nobody says.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm not impressed at Lance Archer.
Okay. Fair enough.
When he does something spectacular, then I'll change my mind.
Okay.
And you know I'm good at I'll change it.
You will. You will.
But he ain't doing nothing.
Okay. Fair enough.
The collaboration comes out to even the odds. Then there's a little face-off between Fletcher and Briscoe, which is going to lead to Briscoe and Fletcher for the TNT Championship at Wrestle Dream. I'm hoping Briscoe gets this championship.
I'm hoping.
He deserves it. Really does. TBS Championship. Open challenge. Mercedes Moné goes against Lancey Lane, a.k.a. Cadence Carter.
Yeah, we got a Cadence Carter spotting.
Did not notice it was her till halfway through the match.
Really? She has a very distinctive look.
Did not notice. I'm sitting there like, who Lancey Lane? What, they got some local talent going on? What's over there? Then she popped her head up and threw her hair back. I'm like, wait a minute, I know you. Mercedes Moné gets the W. AEW World Tag Team Double Jeopardy Eliminator. Brodito goes against Okada and Takeshita. Okada and Takeshita wins. I see where they're going with this. This beef between Okada and Takeshita. Mm-hmm. I see it.
Yes, I'm here for it.
This building.
I'm just waiting.
Eventually, something's gonna pop.
Yeah.
I'm seeing what's happening with these two guys. They wasn't tension on point at all during this.
There's some tension building.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
Pac out there is just looking very uncomfortable.
I don't know what Pac was up to.
His look to me is I was distracted because I'm like,
he looked kind of sick.
He looks unsettling.
Yeah. But what ended up happening was Darby ended up chaining Pac to a guardrail, but then he gets out, tries to make it to the ring, but then there's a count out.
Mm-hmm.
Then Darby pops up. Wait, no. Yeah, then Darby comes out, pepper sprays Pac. And then the Death Riders come out, but Darby got the taser.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, where did Darby get the Molotov cocktail
from? Darby Allin is like Batman, apparently, because he just got
pulling out gadgets.
He's just pulling out, it's just like pulling out items and gadgets out of nowhere. I'm like,
and he's about to, he looked like he's about to just throw it on people. He's going to set somebody on fire.
He's about to light that joint. And the security guard tackled the hell out of him.
That was that pretty much was the end.
The security guard took Darby down. Because I feel like the security guard didn't know if Darby was about to do that shit or not. The way he tackled him.
Yes, like it was like, wait a minute. I didn't make the last meeting. What's going on?
Yeah, I have no idea. I might need to.
Darby's a threat.
Take matters in his own hands and took Darby down.
Yeah. But that was it. That was the whole show for there. But then we got AEW Collision Homecoming.
Yes.
We had Josh Alexander versus Ibishi
Kotobushi, yeah.
What'd I say?
It'll be Kotobushi.
Oh, yeah, Kotobushi.
Yeah.
Kotobushi, and Josh drops him off the top rope.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Kotobushi suffered a broken femur from the fall. Will need surgery.
Yeah. Not good. Not good.
What was Mark Davis doing coming out attacking a man? Did he not get the script? Did he realize my man femur is broken? One of the most first off, it's life-threatening. You break your femur, you could bleed out. Come on. It's life-threatening. You hitting him?
Yeah, that was wild. And
then Don Callis is like, oh, this is what you get when you... That's why Omega came out, had to try to put hands on people. Yeah. Like, this right here was distasteful for AEW. It's like they knew something was wrong, but they were just trying to go through it.
Yeah, there was like,
it was nothing, sweep it under the rug. This ain't how you do this. They're like, pause the show, get the man help, pick it back up. I didn't like that.
You could figure out the rest of the segment, just to kind of take Kota out of it at that point.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling that at all. Max Caster, Anthony Bowens going against Big Bill and Brian Keith. Max Caster and Bowens get the W. It's a decent match.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing spectacular. It was decent.
We're building to more togetherness for the Acclaim, because this solo
you had TJ, the group, Tay Canoti. I don't know.
Yeah, Ty Mello
and Anna Jay versus Carolina Cruz and Dream Girl Ellie.
We only care about Ty Mello and Anna Jay here.
Yeah. So TJ get the W because I don't know what was going on in that. Triangle Madness versus Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, and Harley Cameron. These women, Jesus Christ. When they get in they just in there just beating each other the hell up. It's always so chaotic.
Yes.
When these ladies get in the ring.
Agreed.
At one point, I'm like, it was hard to follow. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Triangle Madness, they get the W. We get a little conversation between Omega and Perry. It looks like they're working out their issues.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't care.
Sure. Yeah, I don't care.
I didn't care. We got LFI. Roosh. Sammy Guevara. Dragaliskio. That dude.
Him.
Versus MXTV. LFI wins. I don't know what's up with MXTV. That thing, this is the second time I've seen them. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of on board with it.
Yeah, and listen, I'm always entertained by them. I am.
I'm on board with this. I don't know what the situation is.
It works.
I'm going to just enjoy this ride.
It works.
Eddie Kingston versus Beast Mortos. Eddie Kingston wins. They're trying to put W's under him. That's it.
Yeah, and listen, bring him, we get him back in, we move him, we try to establish Eddie Kingston back. I mean, of course, it's Eddie Kingston. He's going to be, everybody's on board with him, but.
Then we get a little backstage with Lexi Nair talking to Triangle Madness, but they get attacked by Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. There was no conversation. The cameras cut to him and then they got jumped.
On site.
That's how it was. Shibata is using Google Translates now.
Yeah, I'm in.
Challenging the Trios title. Wrestle Dream.
Why not?
AEW, you can't pay for a translator. Why you got the man using his phone?
Hey, look, man, it gives Shibata another layer of personality. I'm okay with it.
All right, now this is where we get to the main event, the mixed trios action. Megan Bayne, FTR versus Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, and Will Nightingale. Okay. First off, we're not supposed to put our hands on young ladies. But AEW doesn't care.
They didn't know.
AEW does not care.
No, they don't care.
Megan Bayne was giving Jet Speed work. Can we talk about how Megan Bayne was treating Jet Speed like he was like a little kid? That was funny. Then you got Willow smacking up Dax, and then almost pinning him.
Yeah.
And then he tried to pin her and she kicked out. Dax, you weak as hell, man. Come on. You weak as hell. First off, she put hands on you all crazy. Then she almost pinned you. Then you try to pin her and she kicked out on you. How you look your kids in the face after that? Like, come on. After that, Megan Bayne, FTR, they get the W. But after that, Harley comes out to save Willow with a half a guitar wrapped in barbed wire.
Why not?
She is out of her mind. There's a lot of unstable people.
It is a lot. Yeah, AEW's got a lot of,
A lot of unstable people. Yeah. But that was AEW this week.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, entertaining, yes. Absolutely. We're still ridiculously entertained by week-to-week AEW. And they said, we'll see what happens as we get closer to Wrestle Dream. But yeah, that was it. AEW in a nutshell. And that was
good show.
Yeah. And that was the Buried in Booking podcast in a nutshell. That's going to go ahead and do it for us. I'd like to thank you for listening, watching if you were doing so. All of our people on Twitch, YouTube. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, share the wealth, and we'll see you guys next time.